Good morning and welcome to Fallback Sunday. I hope you all got your extra hour and I hope we all used it to rest up because there's so much going on. We need to get that extra hour of rest in. I was thinking, let's go this way, Vince. I was thinking about the Starfish story recently. And, fall is such a time of smells. Sorry, she gets totally distracted because fall is all about the smells. Anyway, I was thinking about the Starfish story, and it's the story about this man who's walking down a beach, and he sees this little boy running from the beach to the water, and back to the beach, and then back down to the water, and he can't figure out what the little boy's doing, so he walks up closer, and when he gets closer, he sees that overnight a whole bunch of starfish found themselves stranded on the beach when the tide came in and then it went back out. And this little boy is picking up starfish one at a time, holding them in his hands and running back down to the water to put them back in. And the man says to the little boy, he's like, well, this is futile. This is ridiculous. You can't possibly save all of these starfish. And the boy standing in front of him with the starfish in his hands looks up at the man and says, yeah, but I can save this one. It's this idea of we can make a difference for this one. We can make a difference for a single thing, a single person, Maddie. And we have to. That's what Tikkun Olam is. That's what healing the world is making a difference one at a time. I was talking with a friend yesterday and I was just like, there's so much going on. There's still no water in Flint, and there's children in cages, and there's Puerto Rico, and there's crime in Chicago. I mean, there are issues. There's Syria, for heaven's sakes. I mean, we don't talk about Syria anymore. There's Israel and Gaza and the Palestinians, and there's so much going on, and then this daily barrage of idiocy coming out of our government. It's exhausting. So I know for many friends right now, their focus is voting. Let's get the vote out. Let's get people voting, which is a great single focus. For some, it's we need to speak out against a specific issue. We need to speak out for this group or that group. Also right now, the anti-Semitic attacks are returning and resurging, and we need to focus on that. And so when we try to save every starfish, we end up exhausting ourselves and saving none, because we're just running around going, well, I need to save this starfish, and I need to save that starfish. Well, that starfish needs to be saved. And instead of picking up the one right in front of us, we end up not getting anything. And then we fall down exhausted and can't figure out why our bodies are unwell and why we need medication and why we're all in therapy and why we all feel so broken all the time. We need to choose a starfish. Well, we don't need to. It would be helpful to choose a starfish and take care of that starfish, and then go back to the beach and get the next one. We need to fill our own wells so that we have water to give others. We need to take a moment like this one to appreciate the leaves, the beauty of fall, and the gorgeousness of these leaves coming down. We need to breathe in the good. Last night there was an incident at a college here in Cleveland, and instead of reporting the horrific details, the president of the college wrote this email extolling the helpers, just like Mr. Rogers would. She wrote about the young people who helped the victim of the crime. She spoke about the police officers who responded quickly. She spoke about the family and friends who gathered at the hospital. She spoke about the community coming together to help figure out what happened and how it cannot happen again. She spoke about the helpers. She focused on the compassionate, creative, and healing community of Cleveland, and not on, oh my God, let's all be afraid. Because the time for that is over. Picking up Starfish has nothing to do with being afraid. It has everything to do with focusing on what can I do in this moment for this starfish? How can I help this moment? How can I heal this moment? So, take this day of this extra hour to refill your well and to maybe think about which starfish you want to pick up and take back to the water. And maybe, for some of us, that one starfish you choose is yourself. Peace and blessings from me and Maddie.